Hello everyone, and in today's video, I'm going to be running down every single statewide referendum in the 2020 US election. There are 129 referendums this election, so I will only be going through the important ones. Alabama had 6 referendums and has one not called yet. The final vote is leaning towards no. Alaska is leaning no on both of their votes, but they will take quite some time to count all their ballots. Alaska's first vote was the 10th most expensive measure. It cost $22.3 million in total from both sides. Arizona passed 2 voting measures, one of which legalized the recreational use of marijuana. This passed with nearly 60% of the vote. Arizona's other voting measure was the 8th most expensive race, coming in at $27 million in total. Arkansas passed 2 voting measures and rejected one. California had 12 referendums, and they don't all fit on one page. The first referendum is leaning yes, and the second is leaning no. The second ballot measure cost $124 million and was the second most costly ballot measure in the entire country. The sixth vote is leaning yes, and at a cost at $42.7 million, it was the seventh most expensive vote. The eighth vote was the fifth most expensive ballot measure with $113.6 million. California's ninth vote was the most expensive ballot measure nationwide. $218 million went into influencing that vote in total from both sides. And their 10th vote cost $114 million and was the fourth most expensive measure. And finally, their 12th vote was the ninth most expensive vote, coming in at $24.7 million. Colorado had 11 voting measures. One of these awards Colorado's electoral votes to whoever is the winner of the national popular vote. This is in an effort to get enough states to give their electoral votes to the popular vote winner, to have the winner of the popular vote also win the electoral college every time. Florida passed 4 voting measures, one of which will increase the state minimum wage to $15 per hour by 2026. Georgia passed 3 out of their 3 ballot measures. Idaho passed 1 ballot measure. Illinois did not pass a constitutional amendment that would allow the state legislature to impose a graduated income tax. If this was passed, the legislator planned to make people earning over $250,000 per year pay more in taxes and have everyone else pay less or their current rate. This cost $121 million and was the third most expensive measure. Iowa decided not to hold a constitutional convention. Kentucky voted yes on one and no on another. Louisiana had 7 voting measures and passed 5 of them. Maryland passed both of their measures, and Massachusetts' first vote cost over $50 million and was the 6th most expensive vote. Massachusetts also decided not to use ranked choice voting in their elections. Michigan passed 2 measures. Mississippi legalized medical marijuana, created a runoff process for elections, and changed their state flag. Their previous state flag is on the left, and their new flag is on the right. I'm sure you can see why it was changed. Missouri passed one of 2 voting measures. Montana's first measure is leaning towards yes, but it hasn't been certified yet. Montana also legalized marijuana for recreational and medical use. Nebraska voted to stop using slavery as punishment for a crime, and a bunch of other stuff about gambling on car races. Nevada's first measure is leaning towards no, but there is still a large amount of ballots left to report. New Jersey passed 3 measures, one of which legalized marijuana for recreational use. New Mexico passed all 5 of their ballot measures, 3 of which gave out bonds. North Dakota rejected both of their referendums. Oregon did campaign finance reform and legalized a bunch of drugs. Rhode Island removed Providence plantations from their official state name. South Dakota created a medical marijuana program and legalized marijuana for recreational use. Utah passed all 7 of their ballot measures. Virginia passed 2 measures, and their first vote is meant to combat gerrymandering. Washington only passed 1 ballot measure, and it looks like they will reject their 5th. Wyoming only had 1 ballot measure, and it is leaning towards passing. The District of Columbia passed 1 ballot measure. Puerto Rico has once again voted for statehood. This won't do anything substantial, but if the federal government becomes supportive of Puerto Rico's statehood, they will know that Puerto Rico also wants that. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like it and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you did not enjoy it.